Okay, hello ladies and gents, welcome to the new point of view driving review. Now this is the Tesla's test Model 3 Highline Performance, all-wheel drive, a little bit more than 600 horsepower, and we're taking it today for a review. Sorry for not going to the city, to the center. I just time limited. So I want to return the car as agreed. Now, I like this animation here. It looks slightly better than on mine. 2021 long range. Now, most of the road is here fixed, but let's just some of the differences on this car. Now, wow, this is 20-inch alloys. The car is lowered. And this is a track-made car, but it is so good with 20-inch alloys over the bumps. Now in the city they've fixed most of it. The road is really nice now, but when you go through the bumps, speed bumps, potholes, mostly the potholes and the manholes that are rough, the suspension really soaks it in. Now this is not just the frequency sound dampening suspension, it is also adaptive suspension on the performance. So this car is more even better. I mean, considering you have 20-inch, that just makes for the difference that it would lack compared to the standard 18-inch that we have on the standard range and the long range. Now the car is well soundproofed. Really feels great. New regulations for EU. I'm just gonna mute that. Now everything is nice and stiff. The car has only 2,000 kilometers. I can only hear something in the back, I think, and might be the seat, but there's so much force when you press the acceleration. There's always something's going to at that pressure start making a little bit sounds, but luckily Tesla has 4 years or 80,000 kilometers warranty. They just replace everything, no questions asked. I really like the carbon fiber in the interior. I love the new spoiler, it looks really great. By the way, I forgot to mention I'm using the new Insta360 Ace Pro camera, so you should have a better picture, better hopefully sound. So I won't be using the GoPro anymore. I've used the default settings and de-warp picture mode. I just really wanted to just put it on and see the difference. But amazing car. There are driving modes here, dynamics, you can see here. I've put the steering wheel to sport instead of standard. It just gives you more feedback, especially for this kind of power. You have chill, standard, and insane. I've put it to insane because I want to demonstrate that hopefully I'll get on the highway. This car is limited to 140 because people would just, speed too much with this test car. So, it's their insurance, sort of speak. And we're gonna just floor it, hopefully not 0 to 100. But I've floored it a little bit. It's really insane. I've tested the 2020 performance. I didn't film, but it is really insane for this car. It's not a plate, it's much cheaper, but it is an insane car. It is very stable. I've tested it. Bit slips, you have to get a feeling for it. Sometimes it will, you'll have to adjust, but I think it's just a little bit experience you need, and then you could just get a hand of it. So this is like rough. Yeah, there's some sounds, but the car is just, or excuse me, the suspension is just so soft, and you barely feel those. I'm just gonna slow down and create some distance because of this Audi's driving a bit slow. I was hoping he wouldn't go to the highway. And I really do miss the stocks. This is just, I get confused because it's the opposite on the stocks. But the turn signals, I can even get used to this, but I do prefer the classic thing. Okay. I'm gonna try to slow down. There's no one behind me, so I'm just gonna see if there's like clear. I'm just gonna stomp it. And it is clear. Okay. Whoa, that is shit! Wow, that is insane. The blood just leaves your brain. It gives you this weird sensation. Oh, that was insane. And I'm not even exaggerating. I didn't plan this. I mean, I wanted to floor it because there was another car coming, so I just didn't go from 0, but wow. I'm not sure why there's 80 here. Probably someone bumped into the rail, so they just lowered the speed limit to 80. I hope the camera didn't mess up the angle. Yeah, that was really something. Whew. I was not expecting that, honestly. I've heard just stories from people, you know, driving plaids, but this was, wow. Yeah, it just has enough power to, you know, speed up, take over. It's definitely not 80 all the way here, just, you know. Autopilot, if I'm not mistaken, you double press. Okay, so there's some bad patches here, but it just feels good. Soundproof is good as well. Okay, there we go. The autopilot is working. Okay, I think the camera is good. Now back 130. She's gonna speed up. Okay, just press the brake to cancel this one. See, it just 140 is the max. Now I'm hearing a little bit more wind noise and some sort of, I think it's a tire noise. I'm just gonna let go here, 130. Yeah, the tires are making a bit noise. Now in the Highland, the standard range, that was not present, but it might vary depending on which tires you have fitted on the car. Most people will be using music while they're driving, so you might not hear that. I can for the copyright. Yeah, but this is really an insane car. This is a sports car. I mean, the long range really has like 500 horsepower. It's technically a sports car when you look at the horsepower almost, but this definitely is a sports car, and just the instant torque and the amount of force you're feeling is just insane. This feeling I had, I saw that the road was clear. I just wanted to keep pressing just to experience it, but it is really something you need to experience. I really suggest that you go test this car for yourself. Personally, I think this is a bit too much for me personally. I wouldn't want to not own this, but get tempted to test this even further. I cannot imagine how would it feel on the back seat. I've actually experienced that once, and it was not a pleasant feeling. After twice, I got a headache and I was really nauseous. But for the driver, it might be something that's really fun. Yeah, let's check the power consumption now. This is really what's great. 18.7, and considering I've floored it a little bit, Still a good power consumption. The Highland is more efficient car than the previous. Is this guy trying to overtake me? Wow, that's so illegal and dumb. Yeah, I mean, I was driving 100 because of speed limit 100 and it was 130. I just didn't speed up immediately. So I guess he got a little bit frustrated. One of the cool things is the Highland also has a blind spot light here. But yeah, this car is just even more power efficient. Okay, the light is on here. I'm not sure if you can see it during the daylight, but wow, I'm really grateful that I can test this. Wow, they really put a lot of 80s here. I mean, yeah, the asphalt is a bit damaged. Okay, there's still like a, you know, tourist season. Okay, I like to obey the speed limits. There's still a tourist season, so they might have, you know, wanted to slow down the traffic. Ooh, someone picked up the huge one of these. Just saw that, so that's why there's 80. Makes sense. What to say? I don't think there anything else is necessary to say here, besides that this car is super impressive. I just keep forgetting that it's 80. So I can drive 90 here. It's according to the law, we have a tolerance 10% and then 10 kilometers under 100. Now, as a Model 3 owner, I'm a tall person. I would rather maybe get the Model Y. I've tested the Model Y performance. It was really great for an SUV, but this is a low sports car, and this will put a smile every time on your face when you stop it in this insane mode. It'll definitely impress your passengers and make them nauseous, because I don't know, this is something probably that jet pilots experience, the G-force. I cannot even imagine with the stronger G-force. I'll probably pass out at some point. See, that's what's 80, because people, I guess, text or fell asleep and they just bump into those rail guards. Great thing about Tesla is the Autopilot. Okay, I didn't want to engage the, okay, double press on this one instead of the stock. Yeah, let me just let this guy go. Come on, go. People behind him are gonna be pissed now. I wanted to flash signal him that I can, you know, let him in, but I forgot there's no stocks. I remember there was a button here, but just couldn't find it that fast. Sometimes people are patient. No one honked behind me, but sometimes they're just, you know, always late. There is a rule that every second car should let one car, but sometimes people just are a bit selfish, I guess. Oh. Another thing, Tesla, if you're watching, please add the speed cameras to the map. Well, I'm not putting navigate on, because that would be really useful, and to have the chim without that. Cutting this in on the way back, I think one of the things I forgot to mention, and I really have to emphasize because the car was so cool, I just almost forgot. These seats are so much better. The sports seats have this big, tall bolsters. They hold you in nicely in the bends, and there's no room between you and the seat. You're just tucked in nicely, and you feel more secure, especially if you're driving faster. And I would say these are even better than the one on the long range or standard range, which are improvement when you compared to the previous seats, but these really are amazing. I'd like this to be maybe electronically adjustable and the headrest to be height adjustable in general, even in the long range and the standard range, but otherwise the seats are amazing. Now, just for very end, look at this. I've driven mostly to the speed limits here and there, Florida, but power consumption is so great. Current drive 15 kilowatts per 100 kilometers. Since charge 17. That's better than my car, but I'm also very close. So another thing that has to be mentioned are the new tires. The new tires make a huge difference. That's something you can do on your car, including the suspension, but the new tires are more efficient. They have less rolling resistance, but still good grip, and they just allow for better efficiency. Of course, the Highland has a lowered hood, so it's also better, less drag, so it's more efficient in that area as well. So I feel like that was also something I should mention. Thank you for watching, and at this point I'll just stop talking so you can hear a little bit more sounds the car makes or doesn't make. If you haven't, check the review as well. Separate video on the channel. Okay, I had to comment it. This is rough, really rough. You can feel some stuff a bit resonating, but again, 20-inch alloys. This feels so much comfortable compared to the previous model. That was so rough. Yeah, the steering wheel is making some sort of sound, maybe just like something touching another, but it's not loud, but it's present. I know some people are kind of OCD when it comes to that. I'm not on that level, but I know some people who are. But the car is, again, it's so much improved comparing to the pre-facelift, or the 2021. And another thing, this is manageable, but when you're doing a U-turn, it should be better. See, now this should be like a dark theme. Look at this. Display dark. Isn't this more natural? And then when you get out, I mean, why is this not automatic, Tesla? This is a feature I like in the software updates that I really appreciate you're giving us. But see, now I cannot see. Now it should go to the, I'm gonna put back to automatic because we'll go just to the light theme. But yeah, that's one thing that hopefully Tesla will add. Yeah, this is okay, but if it's a more narrow U-turn, it's just not there. And something that would be really useful is a bird eye view. Now this does help. I don't have this, I have the parking sensors, but it would be really helpful if we would get projections. And look at this, reverse camera. Reverse. Mirrors go down. This is really not precise. These lines, I've once nicked neighbor's car because of this. It's not following the edges of the car, it's following the wheels, and it's not precise. That's why I always use your mirrors. But front camera in the bumper would really be nice, Tesla. So yeah, this is not like, you know, a bad critic. It's just something they can improve hopefully in the future. I mean, a lot of people requested this feature. Yeah, usually drive is down and then reverse is up on the stick, but here drive is like go forward and reverse is go. I think it's in the matter of a habit. Yeah, the screen is so much faster than mine. That's it. Let me just check the power consumption. Look at this, it's so low for performance. I was really driving and, you know, flowing it. And another thing, Tesla, if anyone's by any chance watching this is really cool, but I like to have this on Intel maybe in the future, but this is really cool. But I would like to see, flip this, I would like to have like on the S and X full navigation, and then the speedo or the car like in the corner here like this. That's just an idea if someone's watching. Look at this car, it's so sexy looking. Wow, the back end looks so much better, the spoiler is looking better, and like the diffuser. That's that. Sorry if this is too long. I have to return the car, so I'm just gonna get out of the car so you can see it a little bit on the sun, and I'll wrap it up. Again, thanks for watching, and do share, like, comment, and that's that. Until next one, stay safe. Bye.